think Sunny Hostin and The View made a huge mistake by bringing Stephan A on there. You want to know why? He stood on business.
I'd love to give you the opportunity to perhaps change your position on what you said.
I'm not changing a thing.
Okay.
I didn't stutter when
you want to stay loud and wrong?
Well, you can call it loud and wrong all you want to. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not used to having a real masculine man on there that's going to stand on his word and stand on his square and don't care what they got to say about it. What is going on, folks and folk around us? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Model Renaissance Man, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Follow me up here. Follow me down here. Click this. It helps me. Thank you. If and when you do subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification that will bring in a drop box for you to select all notifications. Lastly, do not forget to check out my other channel called Man, Husband, Father. And everything I ask you guys to do on my Modern Renaissance Man channel, I will hope that you would do that on my channel over there because y'all love me so much. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Stephan A went over to The View, y'all, and I'm telling you right now, whether some of you don't know who Stephan A is, he has been crossing over from being a sports analysis. He started dibbing and dabbing in the political world, stating his opinions. He tells you what he feel about Trump. He tells you what he feel about the Democrats. What I like about people that don't stand on one side is that I like the fact that you will call out either side, which this is why a lot of you guys like my channel so much, because you guys all say I do the same exact thing. I will speak my mind on stuff that's going on,
my friends,
and I will speak my mind on stuff that you don't think I should be speaking my mind on that's going on. But one thing I am going to say, nobody controls me. Nobody's going to tell me what I can and cannot say, what I shouldn't and should not say when it comes to me having my own thoughts, my own opinions. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Stephan A is here on The View, and I'm telling y'all, I think you guys are going to be thoroughly pleased with what Stephan A has to say here, okay? So, without further ado, check this out.
I'll talk to you about the bombing, my friend, and some things that you recently said. You know I like you, right? Okay, so you recently accused Senator Mark Kelly, a veteran, an astronaut, of crossing the line for participating in a video reminding troops that they can refuse to follow illegal orders. Okay. Let's see some of what you said, my friend.
Sure.
You know better, Senator Kelly. You know better. How dare you do that? You could go to the House. You can draw up paperwork. You can try to start articles of impeachment if you think there's something illegal. I mean, damn, it ain't like y'all haven't done it before. You impeached the man twice. Where'd that get you? Got us behind back in the White House. Had you left them alone since 2020, maybe he wouldn't be back. You don't tell military men and women to ignore an order from the commander-in-chief. You don't do that.
Caffeine's a bitch, you know?
Now let me...
Wait, time out. Look how they didn't have their cue card man tell them to clap for that. I want y'all to, y'all do know that there's a cue card person that's saying clap or applause. Seriously.
Just remind you that Pete Hegseth said in 2016, I do think there have to be consequences for abject war crimes. If you're doing something that is just completely unlawful and ruthless, then there is a consequence for that. That's why the military said it won't follow unlawful orders from their commander-in-chief. Okay. Now, given the fact that the secretary himself said that, I'd love to give you the opportunity to perhaps change your position on what you said.
I'm not.
Isn't it almost the same thing that crazy chick tried to pull on Sweeney? I want to give you the opportunity to correct your wrong, because since people clapped and everything like that, and they on our side, I want to give you the opportunity to correct your wrong, sir. And what does Stephan A say?
I'd love to give you the opportunity to perhaps change your position on what you said.
I'm not changing a thing.
Okay.
I didn't stutter when I said it.
You want to stay loud and wrong?
He said, I'm not changing the thing. I didn't stutter. She said, do you want to stay loud and wrong is what she said.
Opportunity to perhaps change your position on what you said.
I'm not changing a thing.
Okay.
I didn't stutter when I said it.
You want to stay loud and wrong?
Well, you could call it loud and wrong all you want to. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine.
Okay.
Here's the reality of the situation.
Boom. Y'all, this is what I try to tell y'all. I'm telling you. Like Stephan A or not, when you have a man who is standing in his masculinity, Look how nature kicked in. You can say what you want to. I'm gonna keep my opinion. Da 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 da. Okay. She couldn't even help it. That nature kicked in and you submitted quickly to that. Now, I'm not saying all women are like this, but a lot of women don't come across masculine men that's standing in their business, and he is not going to let you get the better of him if they was to try to come out and say something like, look at him up there being all toxic. No, he shut it down. Love that. Love it.
First of all, I don't give a damn what Pete Hegseth has to say because I will tell you right now, he was never qualified for the job. When you talk about DEI.
Now, look at him. Wait a minute. Is he wrong about that? Is he wrong about that? Is he wrong about saying he don't feel that Pete Hegseth is qualified for the job? Is he wrong about that? Huh? He has his own opinion. That's what a lot of people have a hard time with. You have your own opinion. You don't have to agree with everything that somebody you know says. And just because you respect somebody shouldn't make it hard for you to disagree with them on something because you respect them and you love them. I absolutely love that.
Situation. First of all, I don't give a damn what Pete Hegseth has to say because I will tell you right now, he was never qualified for the job. When you talk about DEI and eradicating that, excuse me, what was he doing hosting Fox News on the weekend and all of a sudden he's the defense secretary?
Right.
Please give me a break. I don't care what he has to say.
Now, somebody could say, Stephen A., what the heck are you talking about? You weren't even a known basketball player in the NBA. You got your jersey hung at a high school. You never did anything worthwhile in the NBA. You became a sports analyst, whatever like that. What do you know about politics or get into the politic world or anything like that? Who are you to do anything like this? See what I'm saying? Boom, he's giving his opinion.
Let me get that out the way. As it pertains to Mark Kelly, what I was talking about is military. What I did was get on the phone with family and friends who have served in the military. And I said,
ladies and gentlemen, I am interrupting this video right now because we are back around to that time again, and I know it has flown. This is the time where I do my thing every single year, my annual Christmas for Kids, where you who are the watchers right now can donate and be able to help children who are less fortunate this year have a good Christmas. We had a huge turnout last year, and I'm looking forward to having a huge turnout this year. And the way that you can donate is by going to PayPal right up there, or you can donate through Cash App. And these proceeds are going strictly all to children who are less fortunate this Christmas. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. And guys, it's right around the corner. To all of you that are going to be giving, thank you and God bless you. Looking forward to this.
we're not civilians. This is not the court of law. You can be implicated for implying something if you are a former military member or you are a present military member. It wasn't what Mark Kelly said. It's the fact that he was a combat Navy pilot who served in the military who would tell folks, ignore an order when it could get
Ignore
them
an
in
order.
the
He did not say
I said
ignore.
illegal.
That's what he
I said illegal. I'm talking
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
illegal. I understand that.
He said you don't have to follow an unlawful order, and that is in the military code of conduct.
And I'm saying to you, hold on.
They go to cue card. Look at that. Whoa, somebody try. Look at that. Probably a liberal white woman. Woo! No, I'm like, yeah, see, I told y'all. They asked for me to come on the show one time, and then they wanted my URL to my channel. Once they got that, they turned it back down because, you know, I'm different, y'all. I like what Stephen A is doing, but even with the woo, I'm like, look, just because y'all clap because because they queuing y'all to do it don't mean anything. Like I was saying, they wouldn't like me because I would do that. Look, you can't talk to our crowd worker. You can't say anything like that. You can't talk to the crowd, Ty. They didn't like that because I would do that.
Which I'm aware of.
But it didn't sound like you were aware of that.
Well, no. I disagree with you.
Stephen, can I ask you a question?
Look how they cutting them off. See what I'm saying? Attacking them. See, that's me. That's my interaction. Let me finish. Like I was saying. Let me ask you. That's what they do. Y'all, one of the craziest things, not crazy, one of the most strategic things that a lot of politicians and people who do these speaking engagements and things like that, if you get into the debate and you start to get the best of people, what they like to do is try to completely shut you off from your idea or what you're getting ready to say by saying things like, well, let me ask you a question. In other words, screw what you said, screw what you are about to say right now. Let me ask you a question to completely divert from you getting ready to probably hit us with some more facts and stats. That's exactly what they did. That's what they've been trained to do. Look at it again. Watch.
Which I'm aware of.
But it didn't sound like you were aware of that.
Well, no. I disagree with you.
Boom. I disagree with you. Now he get ready to tell her why. Watch this.
Can I ask you a question?
Look at that. No, don't ask me a question yet. Let me finish my point. Boom.
I had 2 governors, by the way, text me to tell me I was wrong, and they agree with you.
You are wrong.
I had 2 senators that reached out to me and said you weren't wrong at all.
Well, Mikey Sherrill did say that the reason they felt the need to put that out is they were constantly being approached by people in the military saying we're being put in really uncomfortable situations.
But
that to me is a little more relatable when you're a veteran yourself.
But I'm saying let me say this real quick.
You got to do real quick. Or wait till we come back.
All I'm saying is this. If you're a member of the military, I'm looking at the soldiers as saying, don't get yourself in trouble. Let somebody else do it. Don't you do it because it ain't going to work for you.
But you get
Sorry, that was a list of slap kids.
See, yeah, look, they didn't look, that's what they do. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to show y'all that point right there. What do you think? Do you think Stephen A was right in his approach and what he said? Do you think that the reason why they are so pissed off is because Stephen is not bending to the will of the wicked witches on The View? Let me know what y'all think by putting in the comments below after this video. Don't forget to do what you see in the animation right here. That would greatly help my channel. The next video that I will be doing after this one is going to be up there. Things I did as of yesterday. You may have missed right here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, just click the icon right up there. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.